Dobry day.
Zdravejte.
And welcome back to our little Bulgarian adventure.
Well, we've had a week of varied weather. We had a pretty cold weekend.
But then, since then, it's been lovely.
Yes, we've had blue skies, we've had sun. The start of the week was still cold, but today we're getting to the heady heights of 16 degrees.
Yeah, unbelievable. It's been like that the last 2 or 3 days, really.
It has, yes. But at Sunday we're back down to low temperature of -4, so it's short-lived, but we're making the most of it.
Yes, it has a light. We have escaped the house this week.
Yes.
I've been doing bits more in the garden, pruning and sorting bits out.
Yes, we've taken down a few more bits of pruning the trees, taking down some unwanted tree of heaven, that sort of thing. Just generally tidying up. I also did a little project. I haven't started the renovation yet, but here's something I did do. We're still in the middle of the very cold weather. Today we've got some lovely sunshine and blue skies, but it's only just above freezing. So these are the temperatures where I can't really do concreting, that sort of thing, because it's just too cold. So we've decided to turn our attention towards the summer and start a little project. Now this is the area where we have our campfire, we have our seating, we've got a table over this side. You can fit 3 people on here, but it's a bit of a squeeze, and if we ever have any more than 3, then we've got nowhere for people to sit. So today we're going to start making some chairs to go around our campfire. Now to make these seats, I basically just need one long piece of wood. Now this piece of wood is 4 metres long, it's 22 centimetres across and 4 centimetres thick. Now that's enough wood to make 2 of these seats. Now I don't want to make both at the same time, I want to make one first, test it to make sure my measurements and sizes are correct, make any adjustments that might need to be made on that one before I do the second one. I've got another piece of this wood which is enough to make another 2, so I could end up with 4 seats if I decide to go that as far as doing that. First things first though, let's get one of these things made up and see how well it works. I've now marked up the wood in the way I want it cut. I've basically got to cut a hole out here, a square hole, and then take these edges off here, which will give me a tongue and a seat part. Now the tongue fits through the hole and it holds the chair in a kind of cross position. You'll see it when I've done it, but the next thing I'm going to do is cut this hole. So that's the hole cut all the way through. It's slightly undersized of where I want it to be, but that's because until I've cut the other piece and seen how close they fit, I don't want to make this too big so that that's all loose and wobbly. So next job is to cut that bit and then see how well they fit together. So I now have the 2 parts for the chair. I've got this part with the hole, and I've got this part with the tongue. Now I've sanded this a bit because it needed sanding down, and to make sure it fits properly. The tongue goes through the hole, like so, it makes the basic chair like that. So now that we've got the basic shape cut and we know that they fit together properly, it's time to tidy up the wood. The first thing to do is give it a good sanding, get it nice and smooth before we start doing anything decorative. So that's the chair, now sanded, both parts. We've got a lovely smooth finish. I could leave it there, but I think I can make it more comfortable. I think I can round the corners off on the seat. I can round the corners off at the top here. I can route out a beveled edge and basically just make it look a bit nicer. So let's do that. Now to get the right angle on the corners, I'm going to use this can. I'll take it up to the edge there, up to the edge there. And then just draw around it. Similarly on this corner. And those are the bits that I need to remove. Now that I'm close to the rounded edges, I'll finish it off with the sander so I can bring it in nice and close and get the exact shape I want. So that's the corner of the seat now rounded and sanded, and that should be a lot more comfortable to sit on than it was before. Next I've got to do the chair back in the same way at the top to give that a nice rounded finish. I've now rounded the edges off on the bits I'm going to round off. I've sanded it. It's a lot more comfortable. It's now ready for some sort of varnish or finish. Now we've found some dark oak wood stain. As this is a prototype, at this stage if I was going to put any fancy decoration, any carving, any routing out an emblem or whatever, I would do it now. But this is the prototype chair, so it's going to be fairly plain and simple. So all I'm going to do is put a dark oak finish on it, and that'll be the chair done. So here it is, that's the chair completed. Hello Major. It's stained, it needs another coat of stain, but other than that, it's all ready to go. Is it comfortable? Excuse me mate. Oh yes. I could get used to this.
Yes, I think our thoughts were turning to summer, weren't they? And having some chairs to sit outside. Our mesh deck chairs don't fare well in Bulgarian sunshine.
No, direct sunlight and the plastic, it's a bad combination.
And we saw these online and we thought, well, Adam thought he could do, that's a good little project for him this week.
Yeah.
And they are surprisingly comfortable. What was was Max's comment, wasn't it?
Yes.
It's surprisingly comfortable, Dad.
Yes. I think that's praise.
Yeah.
But ones we make in the future for ourselves, that was the prototype. We'll make them a bit more ornate, a bit more personalised, but that's just something that can be running in the background for us as and when.
Yes, I think we've just had cabin fever. You had an urge to get out and
do something. Yeah. So I did.
But we do have a turn in the weather coming.
Yes, it's going to get cold again, but we've decided it's probably time to
crack on and get on with the renovation. I've put it off long enough, so hopefully next week I can tell you I've ripped up a floor. We'll see.
We'll see. We may not be concreting yet because we're still quite freezing temperatures.
It is. There's stuff we can do. So we'll just fit in what we can.
As and when.
As and when.
Yes, our village did manage to win a prize in the Christmas decorations.
Yes.
They had 100 left, donated to the village fund, I presume.
So congratulations or bravo.
Yeah, to all the people who took part in that.
Yes, I'm sure they'll do it again next year, and I'm sure they'll win again next year.
Oh, we'll keep our fingers crossed.
So that's probably about it for this week.
Yes, I can't think of anything else.
No.
It's our quiet time of year here,
Yeah.
so there's not a lot happens.
No, we just kind of potter around and make our own entertainment, really. So until next week, it's time for us to say,
Stay safe.
be well.
Do skoro.
Do skoro.